Okay, morning, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna call this a part two to the one I was walking and ranting. Okay, I just got done with my doctor appointment. That was video, right? And here's what we discussed. Okay, I even told her at the last appointment when I saw her, I got my blood work done, and I warned her. I said my cholesterol is high. Okay, I already know this. Leave it alone. I said, my LDL is high, my HDL is probably high, and my triglycerides are either within normal or low. And my ratio is somewhere between a 3.5, 2.5, 3.5. So do not recommend a statin to me, right? So when I had gone to see her, my primary focus, my concern is, in fact, hormone replacement therapy, not so much getting it, wanting the testing done. I need a hormone panel done. She refused to do it. Because all she did, she tested my TSH. Now, this is the units. If there's a doctor out there who sees this, please help me out here, because I'm a little frustrated at the reference range and why she didn't see that this might need some more testing to just determine that there's something not necessarily going on. Because I know there's something going on with my thyroid and my adrenals. I know it. I know that is the problem. But I couldn't get her to budge. So the reference range is a 0.35 to 4.94, and the range is little u, capital I, big U. I don't know exactly what the hell it is. Slash ml, which is milliliter. So whatever universal international unit, I guess that's what it means. Anyway, my result on TSH. Now, that's all she did. She didn't do a free T3, T4. She didn't do an active T3, T4. She didn't even do a TPO. And my focus, not so much on the menopause issues, is the weight gain. Because this shit came on overnight. It wasn't like gradual. We're talking 2 weeks, 25 pounds. Boom. And the only time you get that is if you got a hormonal imbalance or if you got a metabolic issue going on. Now, given that I had gone through a narcissistic abusive relationship and I came out of it and I was okay until all of a sudden it just, I was on my motorcycle driving out west. By the time I got to my sister's, my stomach had distended and my bowels went crazy. And then I had a menstruation that lasted 3 weeks. By the time I was able to get in an appointment or to assess getting in for an appointment with the OBGYN to do any kind of testing was like December or whatnot. She put me on a progesterone-based type of medication to hold off any spontaneous combustive menstruation so that she wouldn't be working within a bloodbath and be able to do the procedure without it being messy and or compromised because of extra flow. You know what I mean? Burn? Yeah, kind of putting too much out there, but you get the idea. Okay. So anyway, I get done with that. And then the weight gain steadily comes on. And it's just gradual and just keeps coming. It's like no stopping it, right? I finally got it to stop. Got it to stop climbing. But now I can't get it off. Now we're having issues. So addressing these concerns with her She goes, well, maybe we need to get you to a nutritionist. Okay. This is, I'm writing this. I'm going to show you this because going through this, we'll be here an hour and a half. And it's my supplement list. All right. And I don't know if I can even get this whole thing. Yeah, my chicken scratch. Okay. I'm going to be real slow about it. There's some more. Okay. Okay. And you can screenshot that if you need to. And zoom in. That's what I take every day. To combat menopause symptoms, depression, metabolic syndrome, sleep disorder. Yeah, I still ain't drank. I got 8 beers in the fridge and I ain't even tempted. That's even better. Because I've got it there. Shit, when I quit smoking, cold turkey, I had a pack of cigarettes in the drawer in the desk. Just in case. Like, emergency fallback. Never touched them. Well, I vape now. So, anyway. And that's a different subject altogether. And I'll do the comparisons later. Once I do all the research. But, just give you a little bit of heads up. Yes, I vape. And yes, it's probably not good for me. But, it's better than cigarettes. Because there's no carbon monoxide. And there's no soot going into my lungs. However, the type of vape juice that I use is not the typical vape juice. It's not e-juice. You got e-juice or e-liquid, and you've got Saltnik. I use the Saltnik and have since 2018. And I don't have a problem with my lungs at all. Haven't had bouts of pneumonia. You know, yeah, I've had a seasonal cold. I've had, the Rona, and I kicked the sheets and killed it myself with my good old stockpile of shit. Yeah. I didn't have this then. I just have good knowledge. So, I have this tea that I use whenever I get, if I start to feel sick and that burning in the roof of your mouth. I whip this stuff up, and in 48 hours, it's gone. I call it my witch's brew. My mother loves it. She's like, what is that stuff you take when you get a cold? It's like, oh, God, get a pen. So I think she wrote it all down. It's in her recipe box. So whenever she starts to feel seasonal onset, she whips it out, makes it herself. It's all over-the-counter stuff. Works wonders. My concoction that I made in my kitchen, it worked for me. She wanted to know, how did you kick that? This is what I did. That's family. Not like I charged her for it. Just here. I know you've got all this shit. And if you don't, come by when you're down here and I'll hook you up. A little baggie. Baggie of thyme and rosemary and whatever else that I have in my damn apothecaries. In my spice cabinets and whatnot. Anyway, so I had this conversation with my doctor, and she's suggesting, hormone therapy for my menopause without doing a hormone panel to determine if I'm dealing with high estrogen or low estrogen. High progesterone or low progesterone. High testosterone or low testosterone. She doesn't even do a panel to determine if my levels are within a normal range or high or low. So we can do a comparative if whether or not I need all estrogen or a combination of the estrogen and the progestin. Not based upon, whether or not I still have a fucking uterus or not. My whole body is jacked the fuck up. Hormonally. So she refuses to do that too. So I got denied the thyroid panel which I'm going to end up having to make an appointment and go get it done at LabCorp like I did last time, because they won't do it. The VA won't fucking do it. Here, I packed on 40 pounds in a 15-month period, and I can't get the VA to do a thyroid panel. She didn't even do a fucking TPO. I mean, you want to do the TSH and the TPO, that might help. Narrow it down and be like, okay, what direction is she? Because the TSH is within normal limits, but her TPO is high. So which one are we working with? Hashimoto's or Graves'? This is what I bitch about. This is why I bitch. This is why I have that stack of fucking books. This is why I write everything fucking down. This is my paperwork. All the shit that the VA has sent me. This is 4 years of blood work. Seriously. 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Collabed. So I can sit there and look at the ratios and how it's changed over every year. Absolutely fucking mind-boggling. And, why she's refusing to do those tests, knowing that, or she should know. Apparently she didn't study hard enough and understand that menopause causes adrenal issues. Cortisol goes up. She doesn't even want to do a panel on that. I said, you're going to test the cortisol first? Before you start trying to put me on SSRIs? Nope. Clinical gaslighting, malpractice. That's what that is. That's what it looks like. That's what I deal with. This is why I'm so intense about the subject. Because, what did she want me? She wanted non-hormonal SSRIs, venlafaxine or Effexor or whatever it's fucking called, and Lexapro. Why would I need an SSRI? Why? I'm not depressed. I'm pissed off. Because things that make sense to me, fasting insulin, we didn't do that. I requested, I was like, she goes, well, we're not worried about your cholesterol at this moment in time. I said, of course you're not. Because my ratios are good. I said, but if you were going to try to put me on one, you would have to get me an NMR and a CAC. Not an APOA and APOB and LP(a). I want the NMR. That does the particle sizes. This is why I keep getting doctors changed. It's almost as though because they have, it's like Dr. Berry. He had talked about it at one time where he was talking about doctors get this demigod status where they seem to think that their lab coat has this 24-foot fucking long train that looks like Princess Diana's wedding dress. And it makes them superior. Whereas, in fact, no, I may not have a biochem class. I may not have chemistry. But I do understand how to read blood work. And I do understand a lot of pharmaceuticals and how they function. And I do know how to read the insert and understand what the side effects are and what that particular medication is supposed to do. And then I go and look for holistic alternatives to said medications to see if there's something over the counter holistic that I don't need a prescription for that I can use instead. Anti-anxiety pharmaceutical. Somebody name one. There's several over-the-counter ones that you can use. There's also over-the-counter supplementations that are precursors to an element that works in the neurological to help with ADHD, where you don't need the pharmaceutical. You can supplement with something that's a little milder with less side effect. If you know the combination, you get the book. Where is mine? It's in there. It's Dr. Amen, Understanding ADHD. What is the other one? Understanding ADHD. I've got like 2 of them. Healthy Brain and, some other shit. Yeah, I love the guy. He's fucking awesome. Anyway, so yeah, this is why I get frustrated. So when I am studying medical issues, I am not just studying one particular criteria. I am studying the effects of everything. For example, I read an article once. I was sitting there concerned. I can't even remember how I probably have a video out there that recall my memory. How it is that I ran across this is just mind-boggling. But I was looking for something and I ran across an article that said a low T3 will cause high cholesterol. Almost constant. It's like cross correlation. So my cholesterol having gone up about 100 points since menopause, yay, good, and the weight gain, and with my TSH being borderline normal to the high side, which means I have hypothyroid. It's opposite. It's a gauging wire. Anyway, so that means if I've got hypothyroid, my TSH is pumping out a lot, but the conversion isn't happening. So what's going on? Which means it's not converting my T3 and it's not converting my T4. So I am likely, if I'm high in the TSH, I'm low in the other 2. That is what I'm going to guess. That these are borderline low. And she refused to do the thyroid panel. I said, no, it's only like 0.3. Yay, we might need to do a thyroid panel just to... Nope. Denied me. So, SOS, Dr. Barry. Yeah, I'm here in Gallatin. Yeah, I need you. Because, yeah, I'm at wit's fucking end with this one. Oh, yeah, we're gonna send me to have a meeting with the a pharmaceutical chief pharmacist or whatever to explain more. My mom has a fucking PDR. If I want to understand medications, I'll go buy a fucking PDR and I'll read the bitch cover to cover. I don't need a pharmacy expert to coach me on SSRIs. I was in the military. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with them. Because they're a fucking requirement to deal with the psychotic bullshit that we put up with there. Yeah. Ask anybody who's been in the military. I can guarantee you probably 75% of everybody that's served has been on an SSRI at least one time in their life. I'd bet money on it. So please, you don't need to educate me on that arena. What I need is proof via the VA. Oh yeah, and she mentioned something else. Oh yeah, it came down that you need another MRI for your breasts. I said, no, I don't. No, I fucking do not. Until July or August. And they get one or the other. You get a mammogram or you get an MRI. You ain't getting both. Pick one. Stop raping my fucking insurance. Because that's the only reason they're doing it. It's a payout. I am so fucking disgusted. Yeah, she won't do the hormone panel, so I know if my estrogen's high or low. Progesterone's either high or low, and my testosterone is high or low. She won't do that so we can determine if I do need hormone replacement therapy or not. Then she asked me, do you want a different practitioner? I said, fuck it, why not? I said, they changed me every year. The last two I liked. I don't know why they changed them and gave me you. Oh, they must not have whipped out their prescription pad fast enough. She's a little bit shell-shocked. Because I'm intolerant of the negligence. And I'm intolerant of the laziness. And they want to bill me for all of these expensive fucking tests, but they don't want to do any fucking blood work. They want me to go get MRIs and shit, but they don't want to just stick me with a needle and put me through the test to see if I fucking need any of this crap that they're trying to sell me. This is what clinical malpractice and medical gaslighting looks like. You're looking at it. All this shit. All this shit. It's mailed to me. And all that shit is what I have to go through. I have to do it myself. Otherwise, if I was stupid, I would have been taking the statin and probably been on a Social Security disability list by now. Because it would have affected my life so badly that I would not be able to perform my job. It would have fucked up my quality of life. Or disqualified my DOT standing by taking an SSRI. This is stuff that people need to know. This is the stuff that people don't understand. Like, she did not do my latest blood work that I have in front of me somewhere in this stack of shit where I'm fucking ranting. I'll find the yeah, there it is. She didn't do a CRP, an alt, an alkaline phos, albumin, and I haven't gone through the entire list, but those are the ones that I would jotted down just before she called. She didn't do a fasting insulin, but my glucose was at 86 and my A1C, shit, where is it? A1C, where are you? Creatinine, yeah, that's good. Hemoglobin A1C is a 5.2. But my cholesterol's through the fucking roof, and it always has been, so it's no surprise. But it's a little higher than what I would appreciate right now. If it was sitting at, you know, like a 280, I probably wouldn't even, I wouldn't fucking care. But this time it came out as a 331, My HDL is a 97 and my triglycerides are a 103. So it's milligrams per deciliter, if you're wondering what the measurement quotients are. Yeah. So yeah, my HDL is screaming. Yeah, I got good stuff, but the ratio is a 1.6. Now, I'm not sure what Dr. Google said as far as the ratio goes, but yeah, this is the stuff that I deal with. And trying to talk to these practitioners and get them to understand your disposition, your point of view on things, and have them not sit there and look down on you and think that you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, I mean, literally, they look at me and they're like, oh yeah, dreadlocks, she must be a scuzzy, dumb fucking truck driver. They have absolutely no idea how capable my brain really fucking is. But, you know, my brain's capable. It was just my bank account wasn't. So think about. Don't judge the book by its cover. Docs.